My Spy. Yes. That's right.
We have been waiting months.
We have been waiting months to see this film.
Yeah, because we saw previews like months ago in the movie theater.
Right.
And it just looks so funny, hilarious, right?
Funny.
So we finally
were able to see it, right?
Right.
So it stars Dave Bautista as JJ, Chloe Coleman as Sophie Newton, Parisia Fritz Henley as Kate, right? You know her from Blumhouse's Fantasy Island. She plays the wife on the island. If you haven't seen Fantasy Island, make sure you go back and watch our review on Fantasy Island, then watch it. You will Blumhouse's Fantasy Island. You will be riveted. You will be standing there, and she plays the wife there, right? And then there's Christian Shaw as Bobby, right? So these are the four main characters, two being supporting, but the two main are played by Bautista and Coleman, and the other two are main supporting characters, right? And we're going to get to the rest of the characters later. These four take the audience on this ride in this serious, dramatic acting, tongue-in-cheek comedy action.
Right.
Full of twists and turns, masterpiece.
Yeah.
So this is a dramatic acting, tongue-in-cheek comedy action, full of twists and turns, masterpiece, right? My Spy, written by Irish Hober and John Hober, and directed by Peter Siegel. My Spy should be #1 on Amazon Prime.
Because if it was in the theater, believe me, it would be #1 this weekend.
It would. It would be.
It's hilarious. And then the cast, I love that it's a diverse cast, right? And
what's up to Craig Baxter? That's Stereo. He's watching. 213-943-3358. You want to call in and talk about any of the topics that we were talking about today? Chime on in anytime. But My Spy should be the #1. It should be the #1 movie on Prime. It would have been the #1 movie in the theater because the way it is created, the way that it has developed, right? The way it develops, it is not the regular comedy fare. Like I said before, it is a serious, dramatic acting, tongue-in-cheek comedy action, full of twists and turns, masterpiece, right? The plot. A CIA agent finds his last chance with a case that finds him and his partner protecting a mother and daughter. But when the danger comes, will he and his partner be on time to save the mother and daughter? That is the schema of the show, right? You need to see this movie, My Spy. We were pushing this, you know, because we had saw the previews in the theater during the same time when Lovebirds trailer came out. Now, Lovebirds trailer in the movie, we reviewed that a couple of weeks ago. The trailer pretty much stayed true to it. It's not a tour de force like this film, right? And we noticed that this My Spy's trailer was getting more laughs in the theater, and the audience seemed more riveted than on other comedies. So we were looking forward to seeing this. It's a buddy film comedy action film, right? With acting that rises above the standard acting in these kinds of films, right? Matter of fact, I don't think we've seen a comedy quite like this.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I love the twists and turns because the outcome, I'm not going to give the movie away, but the villains are very interesting.
They are very interesting.
Because you don't expect.
You don't expect it, right?
You don't expect it. So, yeah.
The Cleo Coleman as Sophia.
Yeah.
She emotes on screen.
Yeah, she does. She does.
Right? I mean, her ability to act is incredible.
At such a young age.
At such a young age, right? 9.
Wow.
I mean, that's amazing, right?
And then, you know what? Watching this film, I said that she literally, like, could play, you know, in like a part 1, 2, and 3. She can like grow up, like actually being a spy. We can see her as a spy as a teenager, from like you know, college years, young lady, up until adulthood. This is a great like platform for her because it's that good. It's hilarious. It's kind of like, it's like adult humor, but it's the type of humor that'll go over a child's head, right? Don't you think? So if you have like a kid that's like 5 or 6,
right,
they will love it.
They will love
too.
it.
So it's great for kids too, because it's like, it's adult humor, but then it's the type of humor that will go over a little kid's head.
Yeah.
And the children will enjoy this film because of Chloe as well as the other kids that are in the film.
Right.
But the adult humor, like, I mean, they did a great job on this film.
Yeah, the supporting cast is incredible.
Great supporting cast.
Like even Christian Shaw, who's known for her deadpan, dry wit on screen, which has made her famous, right? Takes it to another level as and Bobby the partner, right?
It was good to see her in this role. This is a really good character for her.
Really good.
Really
and
good.
Being that Batista was a producer on this, he actually put his money. He actually went in to produce a vehicle for himself to take him, like we were talking about before when we were talking about these trailers, right? Last year when we were talking about this film, he's using the model that The Rock, Dwayne Rock Johnson, did, coming from out of action, then doing comedy, and then showing his acting prowess and ability, and he's using that model, and this was going to springboard him, her, and it looks like it would be a franchise.
Yeah, it is a franchise.
It was going to be a blockbuster.
I mean, because his act, like, you know, he's able to do drama well, because there are scenes, dramatic scenes, and then comedy, because there are scenes when he's hilarious. So we don't want to give anything away, but like, this film is a good film.
That's right. It's on Amazon.
Really,
Prime.
it's a great film.
It is worth
and we don't
watching.
say that often. Like, this is a film worth watching. And during this whole quarantine, we have time to watch additional films beyond the ones that we would normally review, right? But
and
so
we have and coming in season 3,
right?
Celebrating.
We've seen a lot of films.
No, coming in season 3, we're going to be rolling through a lot of films back to back to back on episodes.
And this film, really, really, really stands out. Like, this is a good film.
This is a great.
It had us like falling out laughing,
and then looking at the way that they could act, really act. The Parisia Fitz Henley as the mom brings strength and direct action with a touch of kindness to the character. Right now, you'll see what we're talking about when you watch this, because she comes in with direct action, and it's just COVID-19 has messed up so many things. This film, I think. I won't give it. I won't go that far, but you know what it is? It's up there with Knives Out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's up there with Knives Out, which was another drama comedy.
Right.
Based around a family. We reviewed that. You can go watch that. But certain films that I think that would have been on top. This would have been one that was on top. Of course, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence started on Black History Month with Bad Boys 3, right? So, but that could have been a summer blockbuster, but they released it and they hold the record, right? They hold the record right now, but this would have been a film that was up there as being enjoyable for the whole year, within the year of 2020, going to the theater to see. And so the COVID-19 novel virus has ruined a lot of things. And we have a phone call. So let's take this call. It's 216. Let's see what's going on with 216. 216, you're on the line. What's your...
It's your boy.
What's going on?
How y'all doing?
Good.
All right.
How are you?
Stereo.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
What's gonna say? You got multiple numbers going on.
Yeah. No doubt.
What's going on?
Keep the Cali number yet.
Okay. Listen. First of all, thanks for watching and calling in. I have a question for you. How old are your children? How old are your children?
My oldest is 37. My youngest just turned 19.
Oh, okay. So I thought maybe you had, but you have young nieces and nephews, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Right. So the reason why I'm asking is, have you had a chance to have them sit and watch My Spy yet?
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. And did they enjoy it?
And yes, it's definitely a family movie, and it's definitely a good movie. Of course, we got the Fire Stick.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I mean, it's out there for everybody. Go ahead.
Yeah, we saw it like about a month or so ago. But it's real good.
Mm-hmm. And did you?
And the message, like, it kind of remind me. They love this. It kind of remind me of I don't know if you want to call it Professional, or the comedy twist.
Yes.
Yeah,
we saw that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like The Negotiator too, with the young girl. Right. And so it's good. So did you enjoy the film?
Yeah, it was great. That's the thing that was so great about it, is that it can be for an adult or a child, and they both audiences love it.
Right. This COVID-19 has ruined a lot. This outbreak has ruined a lot of situations, because this would have hit for the summertime real big.
Yeah, I think it would have too. But it's like, even with all the fire sticks and all that stuff going on, the movie theater has kind of been like kind of dry in the sense of family movies, because now you practically got the theater at home,
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we always, for us, the weekends were always like a date night. We'd be able to see a movie, a couple of movies over the weekend, and then come in and review them. So it was like a date night, still being able to be in the theater. And the last film we went to go see was The Invisible Man in the theater, right? That was just before everything shut down, and that experience of being in a theater with strangers and being able to sit back and watch reactions of things and say, all different types of people find this situation within this storyline sensitive, where it brings tears or laughter. That's what we miss.
Well, now they're opening theaters up again, but who wants to sit in a theater with COVID going on?
No one's going to.
Right, that's a fact. Well, not only that, but I understand, because you can have it at home, but you still never get that feel when you go to that theater. You get that big old thing, popcorn and that candy and the surround sound,
Yeah.
Because when they would show previews for My Spy, like the audience would be cracking up. They were like falling out, and I just knew this film would do really well in the theater. But with this COVID, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, you don't want to chance it.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's number one on. Hopefully it'll be number one on Amazon, and then when the theaters do open up and the Hollywood system opens back up, because it looks like California is getting ready to take another shutdown, and hopefully.
Well, yeah, definitely.
Hopefully when it opens back up, this can be a franchise for them, because it was just that good. It was on a higher level.
Yeah.
It was on a higher level than most buddy comedies. You know. So what else is going on with you, Stereo?
Well, you know, pardon me?
What else is going on with you?
I just want to say, as far as Hollywood opening back up, you know, before even the COVID, they shut Hollywood down with the Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, I never thought about it until the other day. You know, I got to tell you this. I never thought about it till the other day. But now, think about this. They had, we was like, no, they locked Bill Cosby up. That's crazy. But then, when I put two and two together, right, I say, Bill Cosby been trying to buy NBC for the longest, and they kept telling him no. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, he still was doing it, but they never did nothing to him other than, you know, it's in the air that his son got, you know, killed by them or whatever. That's just in the air, but that's a theory. But my point is that it was a whole bunch of women coming forward saying he did X, Y, Z, and ZYX. Now, what made me a little weirded out, because he still was persistent on buying NBC, and you know how they do us as black men. They don't want us to have no power, but they didn't treat him like the average black man. Now the difference with Bill Cosby, and I think a lot of people want to Bill Cosby is wealthy, so that means that he sat amongst them, but still he wasn't that equal to them, and so they shut him down. But I think that he was a part of the beginning of how they shut Hollywood down, with all these girls coming forward, even with the Harvey Weinstein. They literally shut Hollywood down. They gave Cleveland, Ohio, a certain percentage for Hollywood to do a certain amount of movies in Cleveland for the next few years. So they shut Hollywood all the way down. Then slowly after that, they went and raided the Vatican and shut the Vatican down. So I just think it's just a whole new order going on. You know what I'm saying? That's what made me think about it when you was talking about the movies. Like, they really shoot movies everywhere but in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? They really shut Hollywood all the way down.
Well, I think in a way, the system needs to be shut down. That's why I give much props. The system of racism within Hollywood is great. That's why I give Tyler Perry much. I give Tyler Perry much props in doing what he's doing with his studio system, right?
Definitely.
And so, you know, much props to Tyler Perry, because if it wasn't for,
but even with that, I hate to say it, but that's what I think the new Hollywood is. Like, they funding that. That's what I'm thinking. Like, have you seen this complex and this compound?
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it when they had the gala there and the grand opening and celebration and all that in different lots.
Right. And every movie he shoots, he has a scene in a stage for it. Like Hollywood. You feel what I'm saying? And he got a whole big White House built, a whole replica of the White House. This ain't something that just happens because you got money. You got to be sanctioned on some of these things.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? That may be the new Hollywood, and it's in Atlanta. That's the new area right there for all entertainment. Atlanta is popping right now.
Absolutely. And we're gonna find out how much Chocolate City it is. We found out how much Chocolate City. We found out how much Chocolate City Atlanta really was. Remember the guy who broke out of the. He was on trial. He broke out, and then it was the woman. She gave him some meth. She had on her white gloves. It was the beauty, the so-called quote-unquote beauty, calm the savage beast, right?
Yeah.
And then when he broke out, I mean, Atlanta is chocolate, but all of a sudden all the vanilla broke out to try to catch him. They came out the woodworks. I didn't know where they came from. I was like, I thought Atlanta was all black. I mean, you find out what's happening, right? You know, it wasn't black officers going out there to get them. It was black sheriff's departments, police departments, different jurisdictions, you know, coming in. Different municipalities joined in, and we're going to get him. He broke out of the court. Yeah. So... we're going to thank you for calling in. We're going to get back on to the review, but thanks for calling in and dropping your viewpoint on everything.
No problem. I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
Thank you for calling.
We'll talk again.
And I tell you, I can shout out to the queen. My bad. I didn't even come in and say hi to the queen. Hello, queen. Definitely.
Hello. But no, thank you for calling us.
I appreciate y'all.
We appreciate you.
We'll be in touch.
Okay.
All right, people. So that was Stereo. If you don't know, he is a main producer. That's making things happen in many different areas in the industry as far as music placement is concerned, right? So, all right. So we're back here, I guess. So anyway, people.
I'm glad Stereo called up because, as you guys heard, My Spy is a really good film.
Really good film.
You know, he called up and, you know, he told you what he thought about the film because this is like a really good film. And I just hope everyone, you know,
gets a chance to see
this film.
So we finished talking about the mother. Now we have to talk about Dave Bautista, right?
Yeah.
He emotes on screen.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Right? Besides his obvious physical prowess, he displays dramatic and comedic timing. He's dope in this picture.
Yeah,
it's really dope. He made a vehicle for himself, and it pays off for himself.
His acting is good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's realistic. It doesn't even seem like he's acting. It's just seems to come natural for him. His character is a really good character.
Yeah.
Like all of the characters, he did a really, really good job on this film. You know, this film is a good film when you're like wishing you can watch the part 2. You know, because you know you're used to, like, now with this quarantine binge watching. You know, when you're watching the series, you can watch the different episodes. Mm-hmm. But with this film, you're like, wish it was a part 2. Because you're invested in the characters and their lives, and you want to know what the outcome is. You know, so well done.
Yeah, we'll be getting to the supporting cast now. The supporting cast is worth every cent.
They are.
It costs to assemble the ensemble together, right?
Yeah.
The neighbors.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well placed in the movie.
Yeah.
JJ's and Bobby's boss.
Yeah.
David Kim.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know him from Hangover, right?
Yeah.
He
and
elevates.
Show.
Yeah. He elevates, right?
Right.
Which brings us to the director, Peter Siegel, right?
Right.
An auteur for sure. This film is easily up there with Knives Out, and would have enjoyed a great theatrical run at the theater, right? It probably would have been number 1, right? This is Dave Bautista's and Cleo Coleman's breakout roles. Yeah, I mean, like, you've seen Dave Bautista in many things, right? Including Guardians of the Galaxy, right? And many other films, right? But this right here,
this is really good.
You know, and you saw him in Stuber.
Right.
Stuber was cool.
Was good. Yeah.
But this is above Stuber.
Yeah. We reviewed Stuber also.
We reviewed Stuber, and so Stuber and the Lovebirds stars that same actor comedian, right?
Right.
Which that was both of those are like buddy. The one is a buddy love interest film. The other one is a buddy film, right? This right here overtakes both of those films.
Yeah, it does.
It really, it's really on another level. So
Really, it overtakes all types of films where child actors involved.
Mhm.
Like, this is the best that I've seen.
Yeah,
Like the
I would say.
ensemble, you
Yeah.
know, great. This is the best that I've seen. They work well off of each other.
Yes.
The characters, they're not dumbed down. Like, it's not a simple, you know, predictable script.
Right.
It's far from it. It's well written.
Right. So let's break down cinematography 10,
Yeah.
set design decoration 10,
Yeah.
wardrobe 10,
Yeah.
makeup MUA 10,
Yeah.
special effects 10,
Right.
writing 10,
Right.
casting 10, production and music 10, film editing 10, sound 10, visual effects 10, stunts 10, camera and electric 10, etc. So what would you rate My Spy as a whole?
As a whole, a 10. It was great. You know what I loved about it too? I loved Chicago as the backdrop because they gave you like beautiful in the cinematography views of the city.
Mm-hmm. They made Chicago give that a 10 too.
Yeah.
They made Chicago a character within
they
it.
did.
It wouldn't be what it was without the Chicago skyline, without the Chicago neighborhoods.
Yes.
So that's a 10. My rating on My Spy, it's a 10.